You've heard over and over that you need to focus on a niche in order to be successful. But how do you find a niche for your online business? Well, by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to do that. If you're new to my channel, my name is Rhonda M. Jordan, and I teach women how to monetize the knowledge and skills that they have in order to build successful and profitable online businesses. Today, I'm going to share with you a simple process to help you clearly identify a niche that is not only interesting to you, but profitable as well. During this video, I'm going to share with you the exact process that I went through in order to clearly identify my niche. As a matter of fact, this strategy was taught to me by a seven-figure earner. And so not only did it work for me, I know for a fact that it will work for you if you implement the process. Now, here's the thing that I want to share with you. Most people don't know this process, or if they do know it, they skip right over it. When you skip over this process, what happens is you end up with a niche that may not be interesting to you long term, or that no one else is interested in, or is not profitable. Step number one of this process is to identify your business sweet spot. Now, you might be thinking, I've never heard that term before, and many people haven't, but let me explain to you what your business sweet spot is. It's the intersection of these three areas. One, what you love to do. Number two, what you're good at doing. And number three, what people are willing to pay you for. Once you find the intersection of those, that is your business sweet spot. And quite frankly, once you find it, you've struck gold. Because what that says is that you now have an area that you're going to be able to focus on for a while because you're interested in it. And you're going to be able to earn income from it because people are willing to pay you for it. Now, let me give you an example of how you can figure this out, because it's important that you take some time and go through this. So the first thing I would suggest you do is really focus in on identifying what you love to do and also what you're good at. The best way to do that is just simply sketch it out on paper, or if you use your cell phone for notes, do it there. Column one, write down all of the things that you're really interested in doing, things you love to do. The second column, you're going to write down things you're really good at. And then what we're going to do once you have those is that's going to become a starting point for us. With this information, you're now going to do what I call just some reconnaissance work, some research to figure out which of these areas other people are interested in and definitely willing to pay you for. So how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to go to 4 separate places where you can really check it out and figure out if people are interested in this information. So the first place that you're going to go is Amazon. Go over to the books section and just type in those broad areas of interest that you wrote down on your in your columns. The second place that you can go is a website called AnswerThePublic.com. It's a website where you can see questions that people have been asking, things that they've been typing into search engines, for example. The third place that you can go is either Facebook or Instagram. I would start with Facebook. Go over to Facebook, and what you're going to be looking for are groups that are interested in the topics that you have written down in your columns. And then the other place you can go is check it out on Instagram. The final place number 4 that you can go is right above here, the search bar for YouTube. Because obviously, if people are searching for these topics and if they're willing to purchase books on them, they're interested. So this is a great way for you to really start narrowing down and figuring out which areas of interest you want to really focus on. And then what you're going to do is circle something in the column that's, something you love. You're going to circle another thing that's in the column that you do well. And then the third thing is based upon the information that you found from Amazon, Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube, now you're going to be able to figure out where your business sweet spot is. Don't skip this step. Most people skip it, and as a result, they end up starting off with a niche that they later find out very few people are willing to pay them for, or that they burn out on because they, have kind of lost interest. Now, something that I hear from people that I'm coaching is this: well, if all of these people are interested, how in the world can I ever compete? Well, the only competition you have is really going to be yourself. Because here's the reality: no one can do what you do the same way that you do it. You will find your audience, because even if you and I were teaching the exact same thing, you may have a pink stripe in your hair, and there's going to be a group of people that are going to be very attracted to that. Whereas I may have a certain cadence in my voice or something else that people are attracted to. So don't get concerned about whether or not other people are doing it. The fact that other people are doing it means that there's an audience for it. So don't get discouraged by that. Now, the second part of this is to craft your message sweet spot. Your message sweet spot is going to help you attract your audience. In your message sweet spot, you're going to once again be looking for three things. One, what you love to talk about. Two, what people want to learn from you. And three, what they're willing to pay for. So it's important that you craft this. This goes back to what I mentioned just a couple of seconds ago when I talked about the fact that you and I could have the exact same information that we're sharing, similar type information that we're sharing, but the way that you deliver it is going to be completely different than the way that I deliver it. So when you put together your message sweet spot, I want you to really think about things like this. What could you talk about nonstop for the next 15 minutes? The second thing is, what are you the go-to person for? So what kinds of things do people ask you about? And then the next thing I would say is, what do you really want to teach other people that you have learned yourself and you know for a fact that you have a way of sharing it? See, this is going to be part of your message. You're going to be using your message sweet spot information to attract your target audience. In step number 3, this is where you're going to start identifying your target audience. Now, we're still not at your niche yet. We're almost there. But your target audience is really going to be the broader group of people. And you probably started to really give some thought to who they were when you were crafting your message in step number 2. So let me give you an example. You may have decided that you figured out what your business sweet spot is. You have your message sweet spot. And now you might be saying, well, I want to teach that to women. Or I want to teach that to men, or I want to teach that to millennials, or I want to teach that to stay-at-home moms, or whatever the area of interest is. And so that's what you're doing in this step, is to really honing in on that target audience. And you'll understand that within your target audience, there are going to be a variety of people that are going to belong to your audience. But then your niche is going to be a part of that target audience. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. So this is where it's important for you to really kind of get, to really figure out who it is that you want to speak to when you are creating content, and also what area. Because, just saying, well, I want to teach everybody business concepts, that's not going to work, because you're too general at that point. And that's one of the reasons why it is so important that you start to really think about initially that bigger audience, and then who within that audience, your niche, is who you're going to be focusing in on. But that target audience still is not necessarily who we're creating content for. So I'm going to be sharing more on that when we get into step number 4. If you're finding this information valuable, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, make sure to subscribe and click that bell so that you'll get notified every time I post a new video. Also, leave me a comment below and let me know what your business sweet spot is. All right, we're sliding into home plate here, and we're on step number 4. And here is where you're going to clearly identify your niche. So let's just quickly review where we're at. You're at the point now where you have your target audience, and within your target audience is going to be your niche. Now, your niche is not going to be that target audience. Your niche is going to be a subset of that target audience. So, for example, it might be women over the age of 40 who are interested in using low-impact exercises to lose weight and get fit. Now, that is an actual niche. So hopefully you'll see that that is how you have to work through this. So this is really the exercise that you need to go through in order to make sure that you are getting to a very specific segment of the population. The more you can niche down your audience, the more likely you are to attract a very engaged group of people that are very interested in your topic. Step 5 is to develop your niche statement. Here's what I find. Most beginners don't do this. They skip right over it, but I want you to do it simply because your niche statement can work for you even when you're not working. Here's what I mean by that. This is something that you can post or include in your bio for social media. You can include it in your emails that go out. It can be that messaging that you share with people. So it does quite a bit. Now, what your niche statement should incorporate are 4 elements. The 4 elements are as follows. 1, who your niche audience is. Number 2, their problems. Number 3, your solution. And number 4, your promise to them. So here's an example of a niche statement that could be used on an audience we talked about previously, which was women over the age of 40 that want to lose weight using low-impact exercises. All right, so the statement goes like this. I help women over 40, that's your niche audience, that want to lose weight, that's their problem, incorporate effective low-impact exercises, that's your solution, that can be done from the comfort of their home in 30 minutes or less. So as you can see, this niche statement is very, very specific. It clearly identifies who you work with, what their issues are, what you can help them with, and what you're promising to do. So in this example, the promise was they can do it from their home in 30 minutes or less. So hopefully these steps that we've gone through have really helped you to understand the steps you should go through to identify your niche. Now, as I mentioned, a lot of people skip over this, and I am so happy that I didn't do that I took the time to do it, because it really helped me to clearly identify who my audience is and what solution I can offer to them, as well as the promise that I can make to them. So I definitely encourage you to not skip over any of this and to make sure that you clearly identify who your niche audience is. Now, before you go, I want you to take the time to watch this video next. Now, in this video, you're going to learn about an even greater subset of your niche audience, which is your ideal customer avatar. And believe it or not, that person is the one that is going to be very critical to your success. Why? Because all of the content that you create must be directed to and geared toward your ideal customer avatar. So thanks for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.